Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. Today is Friday, April 16th, brought to you from Sun and Fun in Lakeland, Florida. If you weren't able to get here ahead of the weekend or just want to catch up on some of the daily activities happening at Sun and Fun, well, we got you covered. ANN has partnered with Sun and Fun to provide to you something called the Digital Daily, which has a summary of the best that's happening each day on our website. This week's coverage brought to you by our generous sponsors like Pilot Communications, with headsets so light you may not know they're even there. On our program today, Aerolite shows off how quiet they fly and why. Also, Beringer explains latest tire pressure technology, and Highlander STOL aircraft quick takeoff. Those stories and more are coming up on today's Sun and Fun Digital Daily Special Edition of Airborne Unlimited. During the first quarter of 2021, Beringer unveils a new quick and easy way to check your tire pressure before a flight and during flight.
This is kind of our big deal here. This is a tire pressure monitoring system. The military and the airlines and the corporate, they know about these things in the exotic jets, but the general aviation is going to get a real treat, because this will go inside of your tire on our wheel, and it will tell your smartphone or tablet what your tire pressure is and the temperature. Here's one of the biggest crowds that are most interested in this are the low wing airplanes that have wheel pants. Those guys are not getting down and checking their tire pressures like they should. This is for experimental aircraft only. The RV guys are eating these like donuts because they're low wing wheel pants guys, and it really is a safety enhancement. We're working on certification. We're hoping by the end of the year, it's looking like it's going to be by the end of the year, for the Cirrus aircraft, the SR-22, the piston Cirrus, and also the PA-46, the Piper Meridians and the Malibus. This is a big deal for them. When you go out to your airplane to fly it for the first time for the day, either in the hangar or on the flight line, when you drive up to the airplane, turn on your app. If these are in there, it's going to come out of its hibernation sleep mode and take a reading of each tire and put it to your smartphone, your Apple or your Android or your tablet, and it's going to tell you if you're good, your green checks, you can go fly. You can set the parameters for high and low because each aircraft is different on its tire pressures. If you're too high or too low, you're going to get an audible alert warning, and you should not fly. You should do something about that. $650 for a set of 3. That's just for Sun and Fun. After that, it's $380 each, or about $1,200 for a set of 3.
It's quiet, easy to fly, and lightweight. Aerolite is an electric ultralight that's so quiet you won't wake up your neighbors, and you will never have to worry about fuel again.
Yeah, I love flying, but when I got up in this plane with this electric propulsion system for the first time, it just re-energized that entire love for this type of flying. Well, it's extremely smooth, as you can see when you're watching it run. The noise level is probably a quarter of what it is with a piston engine. Really all you're hearing is prop noise. It's the only aircraft I've ever been able to fly with no hearing protection, and I can still carry on a conversation when I'm done. So it's really quiet. It's turning at a lower RPM on climb. We're turning 1,600 to 1,700 RPMs, and we're down around 1,400 or so in cruise. On that last pass, I almost dialed my wife on the Bluetooth to see if she could hear me talking, but I didn't do it. So that'll be my next test. But this is basically a plug-and-play system. We have a throttle, controller, the motor, and the batteries. That's the 4 components of the system. We can make changes to the pitch of the prop. But we have a motor that turns at in this case, it's a 2,000 maximum RPM motor. And then we make changes to the programming of the controller to control how that motor drives how the controller drives the motor. That allows us to maximize both our climb performance and our energy consumption at cruise. That's the balance there. Good climb performance and economical cruise. So the propulsion system with 2 batteries, the complete system, is a little over $9,000, which is equivalent to what the high end of the gasoline-powered engines are. If you add 3 batteries or 4 batteries, it brings that up to about $11,000 or about $13,000. That's the busiest we've ever been at Sun and Fun or Oshkosh.
After these messages, we speak with a STOL competitor who tells us the modifications he made to his plane to make sure he wins. That and more after the break.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
We're especially happy to say that we're getting ready to go to Sun and Fun.
And to help even more people celebrate Sun and Fun, you can receive 21% off any King Schools course from right now through April 22nd. Just go to our website, kingschools.com, and use the code AIRSHOW.
The future of USB charging power has arrived. Introducing new ultra-fast charging TA360 USB chargers. Unlock the power of USB power delivery PD technology. Max power. Multiple configurations. In-seat cabin, cockpit, and galley USB power. Easy to install. Backed by the best. True Blue Power, the USB experts.
Pilot Communications USA is proud to introduce our latest headsets, the Carbon A1 Active Noise Reduction and the Carbon P1 Passive Headset. Carbon fiber makes our headsets 30% lighter than others, which significantly reduces pilot fatigue. Our BlueLink hand control unit allows you to connect 2 devices at the same time, and the record out capability can send audio to an onboard camera or digital recorder. Get the headset that's so light you may forget you're wearing one at pilot-usa.com.
Welcome back to Airborne Unlimited, brought to you from Lakeland Linder International Airport. If you have nice photos and videos you would like to share with us, make sure to use the hashtag you see on your screen. King Schools give away scholarships at Sun and Fun 2021.
So we have our new scholarship awardee. Alan, come on up. Come on up. This is Alan Beringer, and let me tell you the criteria for this scholarship. We decided we wanted people who were extraordinary people who were going to make a great contribution to the aviation community. So they worked, cut back their expenses, lived on what kind of food? A lot of canned chicken, okay? And held their expenses back, paid off their college loans, and then started spending money on flying. And he's now working on his flight instructor certificate. We hope to make a difference in that. So Alan won the scholarship to help him get his initial CFI. The scholarship is, we think, worth $18,000. A lot of people might argue with that. What it is $5,000 cash and lifetime access to every King Schools course. And if you pencil it out, it comes out to $18,000.
Plus, lifetime access to every King Schools FERC.
Which is the flight instructor refresher course, which is an important part in their lives. And so he's going to have to put up with us for a long time.
STOL competitions are all the rage, but there can only be one Highlander.
Well, I'm here for the STOL competitions. My world record for a short takeoff in a competition, it was a video worldwide competition, was 2.5 feet. And I think my landing, if I remember right, was 15 feet, 14 and a half. It was right in there. Well, it started out as a Yamaha Apex engine, actually out of a snowmobile. It's a 4-stroke, 4-cylinder, but it's been built up by Edge Performance in Norway. So it's got different rods and pistons and things to handle boost, and then it's turbocharged. And yeah, it makes about 300 horsepower. I have a leading edge cuff on the front of the wing that makes the wing work a lot better, get more angle of attack, fly slower, actually flies a little better in turbulence. And then also I do have a leading edge slat on the wing right now. I don't always have that on there. One of the events I really like to do is STOL drag racing, and I take the slat off for that. There's a few little changes. Run littler tires. When you're doing STOL drag, it's not about stopping short, it's about everything just happening fast. My main thing I do is actually sell these airplane kits. It's a just aircraft Highlander. So it's my full-time thing is selling the kits and helping people build a really good one, because I'm always working to try to figure out little things to make them work better and things that they can do too. I don't want to just make myself a real tricked out airplane that nobody can have one like. Anybody can have one just like this.
After the break, we find out which aircraft flight schools might be choosing after these messages.
The M600 SLS with Halo system, is the first general aviation aircraft in the world that can safely land itself in the event that the pilot is unable. Thanks to Garmin Autoland, the system can be engaged with the simple press of a button. Autoland safely guides the aircraft and your most precious cargo to the nearest airport, the M600 SLS with Halo system, recalibrating the scale of safety.
Sarasota Avionics and Maintenance was founded on the principles of providing superior service and customer support at a competitive price. Our numerous FAA and ANAC certified repair stations offer a full array of avionics servicing and aircraft maintenance capabilities. After almost 40 years at the forefront of general aviation, we're proud to offer the best technicians and maintenance professionals around, and our experienced staff is ready to assist you with whatever you may need for your aircraft.
Welcome back to Airborne Unlimited, brought to you from Sun & Fun 2021. The Diamond DA40 might be the aircraft of choice for flight schools because they're technologically advanced and they're environmentally friendly.
Tell me all about the DA40 in current generational terms.
Sure. Yeah, so behind us we got the Diamond DA40 NG. This is kind of what I like to tell people about this as the holy trifecta in aviation. You got a new airframe designed by Diamond, or designed in this newer century. You got new avionics, G1000 NXI, faster processors, brighter screens, and just a new evolution of the G1000. And of course, what we're talking about here is also the power plant, the Ostro AE300. 168 horsepower engine, originally designed from Mercedes. We brought it over into the aviation world and we absolutely love it. Does about 150 true airspeed, 8 gallons an hour up at 10,000 feet. And on the way to get there, max takeoff, you burn about 9 gallons an hour. So super fuel efficient little aircraft.
This is a flight training vehicle. Tell me what the experience is, what are its advantages, how can this airplane take over the world?
So of all the flight schools we talked to, they've all wanted an aircraft that's easy to start, easy to run. You're not going to have students burning out the cylinders with lean a peak, rich a peak operations. And we felt like Diamond delivered on all those points and many more. So you got an engine that starts just with the turn of a key. Hot starts, cold starts, we don't even talk about it anymore because it's all the same. Turn on the ECU master, wait for the glow plugs to go off, turn the key. Engine operation, super simple, no longer mixture, dealing with mixture, prop, anything. So where mechanics are having a headache with all of that activity, you know, burning out cylinders, changing out cylinders prematurely through an annual, so on and so forth, is no longer. We also love on the 40 NG, as well as the entire Ostro family, all the oil changes are done every 100 hours instead of 50. Top of all that, you know, the fuel burn when you're in a training organization, you know, I was talking about a max performance fuel burn at 8 gallons an hour in a cruise setting, but realistically for flight training, you're much lower than that number. And then lastly, you know, I love 100 low lead airplanes. I've flown them all my life, but there's always that concern of supply of that 100 low lead product. But, you know, I don't really have to worry about it because I fly a jet fuel airplane and I'm always going to have Jet A.
If you're debating whether or not to come to Sun & Fun, hear what attendees are saying.
Pleasure to meet you.
We walked all the way from Las Vegas to get here.
What brings you here from Las Vegas?
Love aviation.
That's awesome. Are you pilots yourselves?
No, Been around aviation for all my adult life.
What brings you here today?
Love the airplanes, love all of the festivities. My boyfriend is a retired pilot.
What brings you here to Sun and Fun?
Mainly the military aircraft.
He bought an extra day ticket. He's so excited.
Do you know a lot about the C-130s? I know nothing.
My dad worked on them, but I don't know a whole lot about them. I just know that they're powerful airplanes.
Do you have any favorites?
I don't know what that's called, but I sat in the front of it earlier. The helicopter, A1, so fun.
What's the best thing that you've seen so far?
Oh, so far? Well, I can't wait for the Blue Angels, of course. So that's the main reason we're here today.
Well, that does it for our show today. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Kimberly Kay. You can catch every single episode of Sun and Fun Digital Daily at the website you see on your screen. We want to thank all our sponsors like Pilot Communications for making the Sun and Fun Digital Daily possible. For a list of our complete sponsors, go check out our website. Thanks for watching Sun and Fun Digital Daily, a special edition of Airborne Unlimited. We'll see you tomorrow.